Hey, it's time for TV Skywriter.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome to TV Skywriter on a very hot night here in Durham, North Carolina. I'm Patricia A. Murray, your host, and today we're going to do a little preview of the National Black Theater Festival with Joan Jay. She is an actress and an educator. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Pat. It's good to be here, as usual.
Now, here's the thing. We're going to do a full-fledged interview. There's some schedule mix-ups. A couple people couldn't make it. So we're kind of frustrated. Maybe that might be brought on by the hot weather. I don't know. But what we're going to do is a cute little preview of the festival. And then later this week, we're going to do a full interview, okay? But I did want to bring on Joan Jay because she was able to do this. We're just going to talk for a few minutes about the festival.
Yeah, I'm just standing in the gap here.
I appreciate it. Now, there might be 2 or 3 people watching who have never heard of the National Black Theater Festival. So can you tell us what it is?
Well, the National Black Theater Festival is a organization that has come together to attract preferably black, shall we say, plays that are directed and are starred in and produced and or written by black people from all over the world. It is an international event at this particular time, though when it started in 1989, it was more national than it is international now. It was started by Larry Leon Hamlin back in 1989, and I think the first chairwoman of the convention was the late Dr. Maya Angelou. It's being carried on now by Mrs. Sylvia Sprinkle Hamlin, Larry's wife or widow, and she's got to be a strong woman to help to keep it going the way it's going right now.
So what part do you play in the festival?
Well, I have been a volunteer with the festival since 1989. I haven't missed a festival, and I'm an actress, so I get involved in the acting. I also volunteer 90% of the time as an usher, though I'm available to do other things. That's especially what I like to do because I get to see the plays. And I just like being there. You know, it's family. Since I'm an actress and I'm in that world, I'm around people who love the same things that I do, and it's just a wonderful camaraderie at that particular time biannually. August, it's usually the first week of August every other year, biannually.
So I guess if it were every year, that would just be too much work, right?
Say what?
If it were held every single year, that would be way too much.
Oh my God, yes. Because of the number of plays that they have coming. I mean, I think they've had up to 80 plays there in 1 week. You know, I don't know how many it is this time, maybe somewhere between 40 and 60. But one of the highlights this year of the many plays, along with the many plays that are going to be there and celebrities, so forth and so on, is the celebration of life, the memorial Act 3 for the late Garland Lee Thompson Sr., who, along with Larry Leon Hamlin in 1989, founded the Reader's Theater series part of the National Black Theater Festival. And it has run with the festival since 1989, every other year. And in November of 2014, Garland passed. And there was a memorial for him in New York, which is where the Frank Silvera Writers Workshop, which he founded, was founded. And there was a memorial there for him in February, Act 1 and Act 2. And they're going to finalize it, give him the finale at the National Black Theater Festival on August the 6th at from 3 to 7 at the Hearn Grand Ballroom at the Marriott Hotel in Winston-Salem during the National Black Theater Festival. That special tribute is going to be for Garland, and there are going to be a host of people there. It's going to be headed, I think the main director is Woody King Jr., and of course the major people putting it together are Ms. Aduke Aramu and Ms. Darlene Gibney. I am playing the part of the host coordinator. These are the people that greet you, that assist you, that you know, are diplomats, so to speak. Okay.
Wow, sounds like a really fabulous, fabulous thing. Now, I did not know that you're going to have so many plays on in 1 week. So you must have a bunch of venues set up in Winston-Salem to accommodate the festival, right?
Well, yes, they have the North Carolina School of the Arts, Wake Forest University, Winston State University. All of these, they have several colleges and stages and venues in Winston-Salem that offer their performance areas to the National Black Theater Festival, and it brings in gobs of money. You know, thousands of people have been coming since 1989.
So this is probably the major event in Winston-Salem for the year?
Well, I would dare say yes, because you wouldn't want to miss that National Black Theater Festival. It is just so much fun, really it is. I mean, especially if you're a patron of the arts. If you're a patron of the arts and you like theater, you like drama, you like readers' theater, you know, where you hear plays read by new authors or new plays that are read by actors that volunteer their time during the festival to read those plays. That is a lot of fun for the actors and for the general public. They have all sorts of plays there. They have Tony Award winning people there. I mean, and this year, Grace Jones, who is the president of Adelco, the Audience Development Company Corporation out of New York, which is Audience Development, she's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. And I was with her the first time she went to the festival. And look how far she's come. Now she's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Gotcha.
That's at the gala on August 3rd.
Okay. And I got to meet Sam Green-Lee, the playwright there, a few years ago. So
well, you've got to come this time, girl. The spook who sat by the door may not be there this time, but well, the author of the spook who sat by the door. But there will be a whole lot more people that you'll get to meet. Ron Neal, too, is going to be there. He's going to be performing at Garland's memorial, as well as Lilius White, who is going to be the mistress of ceremonies, I do believe, and Garland Lee Thompson Jr., who is Garland's son and who he has raised to continue the Frank Silvera's Writers Workshop in New York City, as well as the Readers Theater Series at the National Black Theater Festival, will also be there. You get a chance to meet him. Just a wonderful group of people, and people who love the arts and who are involved in it.
Well, I'll be there on Wednesday because as DJ Pitty Pat, I'll be playing music for the dance party on Wednesday.
Well, I'll be right up there with you. I do hope I'll be right up there with you. You know you got to play some old school for me, Pat.
It's going to be mostly, I was asked to play mostly old school. I'll be playing a few maybe new hits. Maybe I'll throw in some African hits too. But I think for the most part I'm going to concentrate on old school.
Well, it's going to be a fun crowd. I can assure you of that, because they're showbiz people, you know. So, I mean, it's going to be a bash. It's going to be a bash. It's going to be the place to be.
I don't think a lot of sleep is going to be had by anyone, because I noticed that some events are actually going to happen at midnight.
Well, there is the Readers Theater Series. There's a high noon reading that is presented, and there's also the midnight series, which is presented. That's after all the plays, because they many times they have workshops and things such as that that usually start around 10 o'clock in the morning and they go all day. And the plays are performed at 3 o'clock and at 8 o'clock. And usually at midnight, everything is over. People are winding down. These are showbiz people. And they come and they all sit around and they listen to a new play being read by celebrities who are giving their time. And they critique it afterwards. And that's what Garland Lee Thompson Sr. started back in 1899. Mm-hmm.
Now, you mentioned workshops. So at what level are most of the people who attend the workshops? I mean, can beginners come too?
Oh, my God, yes. The public is welcome. The public is welcome. If you hear of something that you like, I mean, you can check the agenda for the day. You know, they have the catalog or what have you of what is going to be happening throughout the week. And I guess it comes out in one of the local newspapers or what have you. You can also go on online at www.nbtf.org. And they have the schedule and things there of the particular plays and what have you. But you can find out more about the different workshops that they may have as we get closer to the festival.
Okay. Now, it might be a little confusing. When you go to the website, on the left-hand side, it's going to say buy tickets now. And even if you're not planning to buy a ticket at that particular time, click on that because you'll be able to see the whole schedule.
Right. But does it on the left-hand side, is that also where they have schedule?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I mean, don't be afraid to click there if you intend to buy a ticket right then.
Right.
So just go ahead and click at purchase ticket, and then you can look at the schedule and then decide what days you want to come. Or if you want to come for the whole week.
Yeah.
You think some people come stay for the whole week?
Yeah. Oh, yes. I'm one that usually stays for the whole week, and have been doing so for quite some time. I find it much more economical to just stay there and be in the midst than to travel back and forth to Durham, where I'm residing now. You know, but when I lived elsewhere, I would come down for the week and spend the week and then go back to wherever I was living, be it Ohio or New York or wherever. You know.
Okay. Now, tell us a little bit about the plays. Now, I do know I ran into Nina Freelon, and she said that the Clothesline Muse, her play, is going to be performed on Friday and Saturday. So can you tell us, maybe list a couple of plays that you know about that will be appearing or performed?
Yes, I definitely intend to see the Clothesline Muse again. I also, Levy Lee is a playwright out of New York, now residing in Los Angeles, who has written several plays that are often performed, produced at the National Black Theater Festival. He has one there called The Magnificent Dunbar Hotel. And it has a fabulous cast, and I really want to see that. I think it's about a hotel similar to the Teresa Hotel in Harlem in New York City, where that was out in California, that all the stars and what have you frequented when they were in town. But I have to find that out when I go and see the play, you know, or do some more research on it. There are quite a few things that are going to be going on. There's another one called, well, At Last is going to be there. That's a story of Etta James. Vivian Reed is going to be there. Okay. And she is a classic. She was in Bubbling Brown Sugar. I met her over in Germany years ago when they performed Bubbling Brown Sugar there. And she is a dynamo. Somebody, I mean, I want to say like Josephine Baker, because she's world traveled. She's just fabulous. And she's giving a show there, a late night show. Sassy Mamas, that's something that I want to see. It's about older women and their relationships. There's a play from South Africa called Go-Go and Big Sister. There's one. There's a tribute to Jackie Wilson that's going to be there. There's one called Black Stars of the Great White Way, where you have many black celebrities that performed on Broadway that will come and perform in this piece called Black Stars of the Great White Way, which was recently performed on Broadway, I think in New York, back around December or January. So those are just some of the plays that are going on. I mean, there's a host of them. I could go on. W.E.B. Du Bois. There's going to be a play there, a one-man play about him. I really want to see that one. Barbara Jordan, there's a play there. The actress is phenomenal, Sandra McLean. I knew her years ago. She's probably forgotten me now, but she was my mentor when she was in Black Girl, I believe it was, off-Broadway, Sandra McLean. But she's a phenomenal actress. She's doing Barbara Jordan, I believe it is. Ashley Powell is coming back. What you say, Pat?
She'll remember you when she sees you.
I don't know about that. You know, how soon we forget. But you have a tremendous amount of people who are giving their time and energy to make the festival a success. And you have a tremendous amount of people who are giving their extra added time to involve themselves in the tribute for Garland Lee Thompson Sr. You know, I have hosts and hostesses that are coming from afar and locally to act as hostesses, and greeters, shall we say, ambassadors or diplomats towards the public. And I really would like to thank a lot of them, like Passion. She's a comedian out of New York City and a director. She's also known as Rhonda Handsome. And then you have Kimberly Q, who is a phenomenal actress and playwright out of New York. You also have Althea, and Althea has one of these crazy, she's been involved in quite a few plays. She's a phenomenal actress. Sir Lewis Jones, Brian C. Jones, a phenomenal dancer. Jade Arnold, who I really wanted to say, Jade Arnold is one of the local actors here in the Triangle area, and he has volunteered to be a host, and really excited about that because he performed in a play that I wrote in New York City that was directed by Mickey Grant maybe about 5 years ago, and they were impressed with his performance, and so it'll be good to have him back on the scene as a lot of the people in show business gather here from New York and California and Texas and Chicago and Massachusetts and all over the world to be involved in the festival. I know I'm running my mouth, Patricia, isn't it?
So are the plays chosen by a committee, or do the directors or producers, whatever they're called, do they submit ideas for plays that they want to perform?
Well, I'm sure that I can't go wrong if I say they're chosen by a committee. I mean, one person does not do the choosing, although one person may have the final word. But the plays are chosen. People ask, they submit them, people come and view them. You know, they have people that they send out to scout for them to check out plays. And then they decide which plays they really want to come.
So this is probably getting too technical, but it's not like you're winning a lottery. In other words, it's not like money's given and you fly out. I mean, the people who are putting on the plays find their way to the festival, right?
Well, now, all those logistics I'm not exactly sure about, so I don't want to speak on those, but I can say it is a privilege and an honor to be selected to perform at the National Black Theater Festival because of the audiences that you are able to, for which you are able to perform. You have people who love theater who come from all over. Plus, if you have a wonderful play, other people, producers and so forth, might want to present your play someplace else. And this is a living. This is a living for those of us in show business, especially the actors and the playwrights and the sound. And oh, it's so much involved.
Well, I have heard that people do get discovered sometimes.
Oh, sure.
It's a good place to connect with, like you said, others in your business for jobs and opportunities.
Yes, and I think it's big in the theater world, you know, in show business. It's a very reputable festival, you know, like the Sidney Poitier Award. I can't think Denzel Washington's been there. Sidney Poitier. Oh, I mean, I can't think of all the many greats that I've seen come to this festival. Like I say, I haven't missed a year. So I, Moses Gunn, I mean, just great people of old. Bill Cobbs is still coming there, and Bill Duke, and I mean, you just have a wonderful group of seasoned performers, actors, actresses, musicians. Rome Neal has a thing he calls his banana pudding party that he should be holding there, that he holds in New York, I think every year or something, but he does it quite often when he comes down to the National Black Theater Festival. I think that the late Larry Leon Hamlin, the founder of the festival, was a great fan of Rome's and encouraged that banana pudding party once or twice during the festival, which is held late at night.
Can you usually stay up long enough to handle that?
Well, sure. A lot of people in show business are late night people. They don't go to bed till 5 or 6. They work all night long. Mm-hmm. So and sleep all day long. But it's one of those things that you gear up for. You gear up to have a good time. You're going to have a good time. There's going to be plenty going on, and you can't go to everything. You can pick and choose, and you can have a good time while you're doing it. You don't have to wear yourself out.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
You can easily.
Yeah, I looked at the schedule. Yeah, I couldn't see you doing absolutely everything on the schedule. But it's like a whole week of fun, August 3rd to August 8th.
Yes, well, actually, it's to August 8th because the 9th is a Sunday, so the last day is Saturday. But Garland Lee Thompson Sr., who we're having the memorial for, used to lead a parade at the end of the festival. At each festival, he dressed in Native American attire and led a parade, a very spiritual gathering, to commemorate the end of that year's festival and to thank all the sacred powers and all for granting the blessings that they did during the festival. And he won't be there this year. And it's going to be interesting to see what transpires. That will be a part that if it does not continue, it won't continue with him. I wonder whether or not his son will continue it. If he did, I'm sure that would be phenomenal. But
and if not, maybe a new tradition will start.
Yeah, well, yes, we'll see. You will see. But I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, I know you are. I am too. I'm only going to be there Wednesday when I'm DJing, but one of these years I'm going to treat my sister to a trip to this festival because she used to be an actor. She gave it up, unfortunately. But I really want her to experience this because it looks like it's going to be so much fun.
Yes, well, you are coming to see the Clothesline Muse, didn't you say?
Well, if I can get there and back, we'll see if I can work that out.
There's a matinee performance on Friday and Saturday.
Mm.
It's a daytime thing. I mean, I think there's a 3 o'clock matinee,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the 8 o'clock performance. But the 3 o'clock matinee, you should be able to get down to that.
I'll try to work it out.
Yeah.
Definitely. But Joan J, thank you so much for being on the show. This was just a little hint, little preview. So hopefully you'll be available later this week when we can get everybody together who we plan to do the show. And then we'll talk about it. Actually, we talked about it pretty well this time, but we'll add a few more tidbits later on this week, okay?
Yes, I've done the best I could, and I hope that I've done my part. And I may be available later this week. I may not. But as I said, I put my best foot forward to stand in the gap, and I hope I've done more than my share. And I'm grateful to do it because, as myself, Anna Duque can say, and I'm sure many others, this is a labor of love that we're doing for Garland Lee Thompson Senior. And we just want everything to be really blessed and fruitful. So we're just hoping for that, hoping that all will, and I'm sure all will come out for the best. I'm sure it will.
It's
But
going to be fabulous.
it's a labor of love.
It's going to be fabulous. I want to thank you again for being on the show. So, folks, if you want to check out, okay, so it's National Black Theater Festivals in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, August 3rd through 8th. And what you can do is you can go to the website, let's see, ndtf.org, and look at the schedule, look at all the amazing amount of workshops and seminars and shows and plays and readings and all kinds of great stuff.
And August the 6th, Thursday, August the 6th, from 3 to 7 at the Hearn Grand Ballroom in the Marriott Hotel there on Cherry Street, it is where the Celebration of Life Memorial Tribute Act 3 is being held for Garland Lee Thompson. And there it is basically by invitation, but there will be limited seating for the public. So those who really want to come, get there and get your seat early because it should be well attended. Garland was well loved by many.
Actually, I think they had to change the venue because I think everybody wanted to be there, right?
Well, also, the hand, I dare say, the hand of God works. There was first one venue, and then there was another venue. However, this venue that we're at now, the Hearn Grand Ballroom, is the place where the Reader's Theater workshop was right across the hallway in front of it. So it faced the Hearn Ballroom. So it's almost as if when we're wandering through that ballroom, Garland, the spirit of Garland Lee Thompson Sr., will be lurking about in the lobby, right outside, joining right with us, because it's right there where his Reader's Theater series office was, where everybody brought their headshots and where everybody brought their plays and tried to get involved in the reading that was going to be that afternoon, and all kinds of philandering going on trying to get involved. It was right there in front of this ballroom. So Garland will be living about.
Coming full circle, as it were.
Yes, yes.
Well,
So we'll be at the right place.
Well, thanks again, Joan. I really appreciate it. You're stepping in. And folks, if you want to, like I said, check out the website, August 3rd through 8th. I'm going to say goodnight for now, and we'll come back later this week, one day this week, I don't know when, but we'll figure out all the schedules and work it out. We'll be sure to put it up on Facebook. Follow me if you're not already following Joan or the festival, Patricia A. Murray. Just follow me or just check out the Durham Skywriter. I'll probably be updating it there as well. So good night, everyone. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, just write to me at durhamskywriter@gmail.com. Durham Skywriter is the name of my online community newspaper that I do monthly here in Durham, North Carolina. With that, good evening and ciao for now.